What's going on, guys? I'm Magikards here, and today I got another little video, and this one is shot at Doe Run Lake. Yes, of course, I'm back here because it is such a beautiful location for me to do some filming, so let's get straight into this. So for today's video, I got another little trick that I found on my old, well, not my old channel, but this channel from about 4 years ago. It's called the Honest Kings. In this case, I have to use my jacks because just about last take, I dropped all of my cards down there. So I've got a pack of them here. Anyways, we're going to jump straight into the performance, and I hope you guys like this trick. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to shuffle the pack. So at this time, I would be handing out the pack of cards to the spectator to allow them to inspect them and shuffle them in any way they'd like. So we'll just give the deck a couple of cuts, and that is perfectly fine. So the first thing we're going to do is address this right over here. We have 2 black jacks and 2 red jacks, and we're going to keep them over here on top of this post. Now we need 2 cards to be selected, and it doesn't matter what they are, so we'll say stop there. That's our first card. We'll leave that out jogged, and then let's say they want this card right here. So now we have 2 selected cards. We're going to move the jacks for a second because they're kind of irrelevant at this point, well, for now, and we're going to leave them up top, these 2 cards. The next thing we're going to do is cut the pack a couple more times, and we're going to take their first card right here. We'll go ahead and show them. I won't be looking in a real performance, obviously. This is the 4 of hearts. So we're going to take their card and we'll set it directly on top of the pack of cards, and we're going to go ahead and just give this pack a couple of cuts, maybe one more, and then we'll take their second card over here, the 3 of hearts, set that on top of the pack, give that a couple of cuts as well, and that is perfectly fine. Maybe even one more of a shuffle here. And now we're going to take the jacks back right over here, and I'm going to go ahead and introduce them to you. So we got the Jack of Spades, the Jack of Clubs, and we have our 2 red jacks. We're going to leave them face up over here, and in a minute I'm going to ask you if you have a preference for either one of those. Doesn't matter which. So what we're going to do is you want the Jack of Hearts? Okay, but before we do that, we're going to take the black jacks and we're going to set them down right over here inside this post. Now, which jack do you prefer? The Jack of Hearts? Okay, so we're going to take the Jack of Hearts right over here, and we'll go ahead and we'll cut the Jack of Hearts into the middle of the pack. And then we'll take the Jack of Diamonds and set it directly on top. And then we'll just cut that Jack into the middle. Now, if we were to set the deck down and I were to snap my fingers, the 2 red jacks should have found something. With one snap of my finger, we go through the pack of cards, and there's 2 cards between the red jacks. Now it's very interesting because these 2 cards happen to be the 2 black jacks, meaning that the 2 jacks that are over here must be your selected cards. Now you guys might be able to see exactly why I love this trick so much, because it's so deceiving. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the tutorial of this trick, and I'll see you guys in a minute. So for this trick, you do not need a full stack of cards. You just need any old deck that has a 4 of a kind. I prefer to use the face cards, more so the kings that I just dropped onto the floor of the canopy I'm in. Anyways, you need 4 of a kind, and you need to set them up where the red are facing down, the 2 are red facing down, and then the 2 black are facing up, so you get this. And the blacks should be facing up when you set them down. And set them over here. And the next thing you're going to do is allow the spectator to shuffle the pack. That was obviously a false cut, but they're just fun to do in the hand. So they can shuffle the pack as many times as they want. And the next thing they're going to do is you're going to have them select 2 cards, but you're not going to let them look at them just yet. So just select out 2 cards from the pack. And typically you're going to want to move these jacks out of the way. And that's why I moved them down here. And I put these up top. Now there's nothing sneaky happening just yet. So the first thing you're going to do is pick up one of their selections and show the audience. After you show the audience, you're going to put it on top of the pack of cards. And then you're going to keep the card on top. So what I did was a cut where I swung over one pack. I held my pinky out ready for a break. I swung another pack into this hand, and as I did that, I came down here and I grabbed it with this ring finger, and I did it very quickly, so it kind of looks like I'm just, cutting cards into my hand. So it's like that really quickly. It looks like I'm cutting the pack a couple of times when I'm not. or you can do any type of false cut that you like, but don't make it too fancy because then people start to get suspicious and follow the cards. Next, you're going to take their second card. You're going to do the exact same thing that we just did, so go ahead and we'll cut the pack off just like that. And you're going to bring attention back to the jacks here. So you're going to start talking about how the jacks are going to find your card, or whatever blabber you want to talk about. Whatever. This is part where you start to fill in your own presentation style. And you're going to have them take two of the jacks. Well, you're going to ask them, you're going to start to introduce the jacks. Before you do that, you're going to want to get a break underneath their cards. So just spread through the pack and be like, your card could be anywhere in here. You square it back up, and then you have a break underneath the top two cards. Doesn't matter. You're going to grab all four cards, pick these two cards up with the jacks, just like that. So now you have their two selected cards under here. And you're going to slide off the jack in a middle grip. Say the jack of spades, we have the jack of clubs, set all these on top. And then you're going to pull off and show the two red jacks. Now these, everyone thinks these are the black jacks right here. So you're going to place the red jacks face up, and then take the two black jacks, and you're going to say, well, you're not going to do that. You're going to pull them off, and you're going to put them somewhere in visible sight. So you're going to say, we're going to separate the two jacks here. And I want to now ask you, what do you have a preference of over the two red jacks? So you're going to have them choose one of the red jacks. It doesn't matter which. So let's say they say the jack of hearts. You're going to get another break underneath these two cards, square it all up, and pick up and hold a break with the jack of hearts and their two selected cards with the two black jacks. And these are actually the two selected cards over here. We just did a switch. So now what you're going to do is you're going to undercut the double undercut these cards to the bottom. So you're going to put a portion on top, hold a break, and then take this bottom portion, put it on top. So now it looks like you cut it into the middle, when in reality all you did was bring these two black jacks and the red jack above it to the bottom. So the next thing you're going to do is take this red jack, set it on top of the pack, and then just do an easy cut. Just do a very fair middle of the way cut. So now what you just did is sandwich the two red jacks in between the two black jacks. So now the trick's completely done, and it's all performance. You can snap your fingers, do whatever you want. You can put the pack inside of the box and have people hold on to it. And when you snap your fingers, you can have them go through the pack, and they're going to be amazed when they see that there's two cards stuck in between. They're going to automatically assume it's their cards. But they're going to be even more amazed when they realize they're the two black jacks, and instead, these two cards switched, and now the two black jacks are their selections. I thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. If you guys like these types of videos, please hit that like button, subscribe, and I will continue to post more quality content. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.